Hi, I'm Rob Smith from Southwest Customised Clothing and welcome to my channel. This is just going to be a short video about the benefits of rasterization and why it is good to rasterize certain images that are for printing. So what I've done is I've printed off two images exactly the same. This one is not rasterized, so it's a very full solid image that is going to be printed onto a t-shirt. And then I've done this one, which is exactly the same, that has been rasterized. So I don't know if you can see there. I don't think you can. But this one is filled with lots and lots of dots. Okay, so this is the rasterized image. And this is the unrasterized image. So what I'm going to do with these two now is I'm going to do the A to B process, which I've shown you previously in another video. Marry the two together, and then I'll show you what happens when you print them on a t-shirt and the feel and why it's beneficial on very dense graphics and images to rasterize. Right, so what we've done is we've pressed the two graphics from A to B. So this is the laser dark no cut we're using for this, and this is the graphic that has not been rasterized, and as you can see it's solid. All right, and it's full of ink and it's going to be quite a dense feel on the shirt. This one has been rasterized. Don't know if you can really see it that well there, but you can just vaguely see through it. You might see it better on the back. Yeah, so that's the non-rasterized and that's the rasterized. That's a lot more white on there, whereas this has the holes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to print that onto a shirt. I'm going to do one on each side of the shirt. Should we use the same shirt, which will be a dark green shirt, and then what we'll do is we'll look at how it looks on the shirt, the feel of it, and go from there. I will do a washability test on this one, which I'll put up and maybe add to this video at a later date, but this is just about what the benefits are of rasterizing a solid image. So we'll get this pressed and see what you think. Okay. So what I've done is I've pressed the graphics on either side of this t-shirt. I'm now going to show you how it's come out. So this is the front of the t-shirt, which I've done in the unrasterized graphic. I don't know if you can hear, but it feels very papery and crinkly. Looks great. The colours are much more vivid. It looks really good. But the problem with this is it feels papery and it also won't wash very well. It hasn't got a great durability about it. What will happen is in the wash it will start to crack and it will, the cracks will look white, so the actual graphic will lose its sharpness and everything. So as much as these are great for one-off t-shirts like a charity event or a party where you want a photograph or something like that, long term the non-rasterizing of heavy images like this isn't ideal. So if we flip it round, and this is the rasterized version, and as you can see it isn't quite as bright, it hasn't quite got the vividness of colours, and it just doesn't quite pop as much. But that said, it feels better. It feels a lot better than the front, which feels, so it feels a lot better. And it will wash a lot better because there'll be a lot more room for stretching and sort of crushing and all this with the micro holes in it, which help the durability and the lifespan of the garment. So this is the rasterized. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see all the little holes in there. Maybe on the lighter stuff you will. No, I don't think I can get you closer. This is rasterized with the mask, the mask settings on the Forever Rip, and this is the unrasterized. As I say, personally, I think the unrasterized looks better, but the feel and the durability of it are nowhere near as good as rasterizing. So if you are doing a full colour graphic that's quite dense, definitely rasterize. Now with the Forever Laser Dark, if this image was had a lot of negative space, I wouldn't rasterize it because the garment would be coming through the graphic. Other things you can do on the Forever Rip transfer is you can knock back colours. So say this was going on a black t-shirt, you could knock back the black of it. So this you could actually physically take out. So that wouldn't print, but the black of the garment would become the black parts, which again is great because what that does is that breaks up the amount of ink on there, and that will make the durability and feel of it much, much better. So it's pros and cons to the Forever Laser Dark. It's brilliant for the, you know, for doing stuff like that. Looks fantastic, but the durability of that isn't great. And then the downside of the rasterizing is you do lose a bit of the crispness, but it is much better for longer lasting wear and durability. There are various settings for rasterizing, so it depends what colour you're doing, what garments you're doing, what images you're doing. You can raise or lower the rasterization. You can have dots or lines. So there's lots to play with on that. I just used a screen mask on this one just as a basic mask without telling the machine that it was going on a dark garment, but you have got dark garment rasterization, light garment rasterization, and some sort of various things you can play around with. So that's just a quick video on rasterized images with the Laser Dark papers. So I'll have a little close-up of both of these following this, but thanks for following, thanks for watching. If you haven't followed the channel, please do. Please hit the bell for notifications, help me grow the channel, and I hope that's been of some use with you if you're thinking of doing rasterization on your images. Thanks ever so much. Bye. Okay, so this is just a little close-up of the rasterized image, and as you can see here, it's just full of lots and lots of little dots. That is like that over the whole garment, all these little dots. And what that does is that helps break up the texture and the feel of the paper. So that's the rasterized image. This is the unrasterized image, and as you can see as you zoom in, there's no break in any of that there. So unlike the rasterized image, this has got no holes or breaks in the ink, which is why it feels and sounds a bit papery, but it does actually look better, pops a bit more, colours a bit more vivid. Great for 1-time or 2-time use t-shirts, but not so good on the durability and lastability.